Welcome to Late to the Show. I'm your host, Prophet74. Today, I'm going to bring a streaming light. If you want to put it in your background in your streams, you want to put it in the foreground so your actual light could show up in the actual walls. This might be the thing for you. It's a great little system that is simple to set up and simple to control. You could do it with audio, you could do it manually, you could change it remotely, you could do all sorts of things. So we're going to take a look at it and see what you get when you purchase like this. So let's go ahead and open it up. All right, let's go ahead and open this sucker up. And here's the whole setup. As you can see, off the bat, remote control with extra LED lights. Actually, remote control with the LED lights that you were going to require in here to set up on the pole. If you guys can see it, multiple color innovation, audio, sound, it's pretty much everything that you require. So on top of that, they give you the remote control here. It's nice if you could buy 2 or 3 and put them in every single corner. You can remote control with one control. It's very simple, and they give you the instructions step by step how to set it up. All right, so we are going to test this out, and on top of that, they give you the actual device barcode that you could get the actual software to download that stuff. That's another thing we're going to try to do too today. So we get the poles, really long. These are actually heavy duty aluminum poles that you get. You get the actual more extensions here, if you guys can see that. And this is just the base itself, all right? And this is the actual corners, the L area that you need to actually balance itself. Now on the bottom itself, if you guys can see, there is some Velcro here, like a soft area. So if you have a hardwood floor, you don't have to worry about scratching it. It's pretty safe here with this. Aluminum base, the whole thing. And of course, you're gonna put your LED lights in the back, and this is the rail where it actually sits in it. And also they give you the actual cover for it, all right? So this is pretty much a plastic cover to cover the LED light, so you won't see any of the electrical parts coming out or anything like that. So it's another great thing about it. Before, I thought it was just going to be an LED light they're just going to give it and go, but by giving you this is a great item. This actually gives you a better touch, a better sense of quality of how good the actual item is. So plastic material that you can see through it, all right? So anything you put in through it, you're gonna be able to reflect any kind of lighting. Not only that, it's gonna help the actual light stabilize it too. So we're gonna take a look at it and set that up. So let's go ahead and start. All right, so let's take a look at the actual footing. You can tell which one's the footing itself. It's a square area. And if you can see, there's actually footers in here. I'm gonna try to see if we can see it by the light. There's some padding in here, and this tells you that they actually just slip in here. To put it right, you actually have to face it properly, and it just squeezes in there. All right, so when you put it in there, it's just basically there is an Allen wrench area that you have to set up to actually screw it in. So you just pretty much mount it in there and open it up some more from here. And the good thing is that they give you the Allen wrench in here. It's included in there too, of course. Very simple. We're gonna go ahead and set this up, and if you guys can see, they actually give you extra screws in there in case you lose one. All right, so right now hopefully you're not gonna end up losing any of these. So we're gonna go ahead and use the Allen wrench that came with it. So the Allen wrench, we're gonna open up a little bit more of the spacing so we can actually fit this in. So we're gonna open it up. Open the first one, slip it in there. Still need some more, so you need to range it. Open some more, slip it in there, and then you gotta screw it in there tight, right? So it can stay a permanent fixture. We're not planning to move, but you can use this for anything now. So you can even put it upside down. I've seen some places where they actually, the room are so big that they put one in the bottom and one on the top, and they actually met in the middle. So it's not bad, but people could actually modify these. These are aluminum. You could actually easily cut them. So it's up to you. Now, balancing wise, if you guys can see it, it's about 1.5 feet long. So this is not going to move in any corner, so it's a good thing. So let's go ahead and do the rest of them. The thing is that you got to do the double-sided tape too, all the way down, in order to make this work. Now, if you guys can see it, it has a speaker entries right here. This is where it captures the actual music or any sound that you're doing on the system. So let's go ahead and finish it out. All right, this is the hardest part to connect it, and then you just double-sided tape, remove the tape, and set it up. So we're gonna go ahead and do this part now. We're gonna slip it in there. If you guys can see it, there's a little gaps that you have to fit this in there both ways. But before you do that, make sure you stretch this out pretty good and untwist it for a while so these joints will start bending back, if you guys can see that. Things fit pretty easy. I had a lot of dog hair around here, so you just gotta pretty much find the little locations in here And if you guys can see, I already started here. The joints look very good here. If you guys can see it, all you have to do is just punch them in there. Just, you know, and they automatically bends in there. You guys can see I'm just doing one hand right now, and it's fitting pretty simple. If you guys can see the joints, actually this is how they clip in, all right? They pretty much slip in there. You could slip them in there, but I pretty much just put them from the top up, and they went all the way down. You guys can see the LED lights, and then we just cap it up. We put the cap. So we grab in this cap, and the piece of resistance goes in here, and you're pretty much set. All right, just to demo you guys, I'm gonna do an external battery. You could take this on the go anywhere. If you just plug in any kind of external battery, make sure you have a USB, and we're gonna power it up. And this thing's gonna power up with the actual USB. If you even want to make it mobile and just charge these once in a while, they'll last you for hours, you know. So that's another option we can do. We're doing it in the daylight, if you guys can see, and I have the external battery just to do it, but we are going to plug it in against the wall so we could do different modes. Look at that, beautiful lighting, different modes. I like that. You have different modes, like you can see it. This lights up the whole entire room. We're gonna do a night shoot with this one outside too. Look how beautiful it looks. Different modes, if you guys can see. I'm just going different modes. Let's go ahead and do the audio. So we're gonna change modes, and we can change the speed to faster, lighter, you know. Speeds, let's do it fast. Look at that. That's crazy. You can turn up. Now we're gonna put the audio. Test 1, 2, 3. Test 1, 2, 3. Are we gaming? Are we gaming? That's so the audio is picking up from these speakers here, these mics actually, so you can see it. Test 1, 2, 3, and then we could see any kind of audio, and then you can change the audio to different 1, 2, 3. That's pretty cool. Let's see the other one. Test 1, 2, 3. Any kind of noise, it kind of works really good. Let's do a party. We're gonna hit party mode. And this is in the daylight, guys. It's pretty bright as it is, you know. So we're gonna do sweet, and then we're gonna do cool, flow, and we're gonna do this at night too, so you guys can see it. And chase, and then roll. All right, so here we have the light, guys. If you guys can see it, nice and beautiful little light. We have the remote here. We're able to change it to different tones. We're gonna change it to all sorts of tones. If you guys can see it, look at that one. You could adjust it to however you want. I'm gonna put it a little bit to the side, shine up the whole room. You could actually shine up the whole room in here. You guys can see it. It's actually a good match with this display here. Audio, we're gonna put audio. Test 1, 2, 3. So when you're talking, it does this. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Let's change the tone, different tile. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Change it to the next one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And it shoots up all the different colors. We have multiple colors in here to display. You guys can see it. I'm just messing around with the control. Push that one, this one, this one. So if you're gonna be streaming with your online, you want to display your stuff in the background, your little toy settings and all that stuff. You can mess around with whatever you want. They have different ones, different tones. You can change it to one solid color if you want. It has multiple solid colors. And you can always turn it off if you want. That's pretty much it. My favorite one is probably this one.